Hello, and welcome back to Frugal Gamer. Today we're going to be talking about 5 self-discipline practices. Now, the reason I'm making this video is because I know that if you are watching these, you are most likely struggling to save money. And if you're struggling to save money, then there is probably some sort of self-discipline problem that you have with either spending or using too much of, whether it be food or electricity or whatever the case may be. As well as money saving is all about self-discipline. Pretty much. That's basically what it comes down to. I was just lucky enough to be naturally good with self-discipline. But we will start this off with number 1, distract yourself. If you are if you are looking at a shirt that you want on Amazon, click out of it immediately. Once you consciously see that you're going to be buying something, close out of it. Close out of it immediately. Close out of it and do something else. For example, I'm a web developer, so if I were in that position, I would say, okay, no, I don't need this shirt. Let me close out of this. I'm going to go into my code editor and I am going to start coding away. I would rather be working on creating my websites rather than spending the money that I could actually, with the time that I could actually be using to make that money back. Distracting yourself from, even, say, if you're trying to quit smoking cigarettes. Distract yourself from smoking that cigarette. If you get the urge to smoke that cigarette, don't do it. Distract yourself. Go grab a puzzle. Look at some food. Freaking do what you have to do in order to have that self-discipline. I would suggest taking a walk even. Don't smoke a cigarette. Leave your cigarette carton at home. Walk it off. Go for a walk. Get that fresh air. Get that vitamin D. Get that dose of extra energy. Do what you need to do to get your blood pumping that makes you feel like you have a weight being lifted off of your shoulders. Walking definitely helps with this. But pretty much just do what you have to do to distract yourself if you're trying to quit doing one thing. Try and focus on work or focusing on your health or working out or whatever the case may be. Number 2 is going to be keep your temptations out of sight. A lot of people that try to give people advice when they're trying to quit doing something is keep it out of sight, because if it's out of sight, it's out of mind. Seriously. I've done a similar thing with another one of my bad habit, or a different bad habit. But keep your temptations out of sight. So if you're a binge eater, make sure you are not looking at the food when you have your spike times for binging. Just keep it out of sight. Out of sight, out of mind. Remember that. Alright, and then number 3 is going to be list 5 reasons why you shouldn't do it. If you have a problem with being a big spender, if you are always spending money, even money that you don't have, list 5 reasons why you shouldn't do it. Number 1, I don't need this shirt. I have 20 other shirts that are clean and ready to be used that I could be reusing. Number 2, this is the 3rd shirt this week that I have bought, and I'm still waiting on the other 2. I do not need a 3rd one. Number 3, I don't have the money to spend on this anymore because I bought those 2 first shirts. Number 4, I would rather be using money I don't have on my children or my bank account, or I'd rather be putting it towards investing or whatever the case may be. 5, I would rather be spending the time that I am spending looking at this. I would rather be using that to improve my cash flow or increase the amount of money that's coming in. Alright, and then number 4 is going to be track your resistance. What I mean by this is a lot of people that I've talked to recently that are trying to quit smoking cigarettes, what they'll do is they'll track how long it's been since they've smoked a cigarette. So tracking your resistance is a good way to keep your goals up, just because of the fact that you can sit there and say, hey, I'm not going to smoke for 5 hours. Can I do this? If you fail, that's okay. That means there's room to improve. If you reach that goal, great. You're actually achieving your goals. So, I mean, tracking your resistance is a really good way to get rid of those bad habits and teach yourself self-discipline. Because, for example, with me, I've been slacking on my web design lately. And I've been doing mainly web development. So now I'm trying to get the self-discipline of, hey, you need to do this. You need to do this. Go tell your volunteer that you need this now. You need this by the end of the day, by the end of the week, whatever the case may be. And so I'm tracking it, and so far so good. I've been able to achieve at least one of my goals. I believe it's been 2 though. But tracking your resistance is definitely a good way to quit smoking and quit procrastinating and all those other things, and basically just to teach you self-discipline, because this shows you where you are actually progressing. You can do this if you just wait, or if you just work hard, or whatever the case may be for you. Alright, and then number 5, the final one is going to be walk away. If you're in a store and you're trying to diet and you have a problem with binge eating, do not step into bakeries. Do not go into a donut shop. If somebody takes you somewhere and they take you to a donut shop, look at them and be all like, I'm not going in there. I'm staying in the car. You get whatever you want. Whatever. Or if they literally will not let you not have anything, tell them to only grab you one thing. This way you are still resisting from that urge to have more. And you are teaching your body, hey, this needs to not be as bad as it usually is. So this is what you should get used to, if anything. Or like, when it comes to me playing my video games, I love to play video games. That's literally why the channel is called Frugal Gamer. I love playing video games, but I have to look at it and be like, I will touch you on the weekend, but not right now. I cannot do that right now. I have to keep working, and that's how I distract myself. So there's a few different ways that you could teach yourself self-discipline. These are the 5 ways that you can really implement into your life, and depending on what you are trying to teach yourself self-discipline with is depending on which one of these will work best for you. But that's it for this one. Leave your comments down below. Let me know what you thought of the video. And I will see you guys next time. Bye-bye.